Now at 5:30, a BART construction project in the East Bay is about to cause some headaches for BART riders and people who use a busy freeway. Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Cook.
And I'm Alan Martin. Starting this weekend, the work will be done on a section of track that runs between Orinda and Walnut Creek.
KPIX 5's Wilson Walker is live outside the Lafayette BART station to explain the impact on riders and drivers. Wilson?
Yeah, no way around it. This is going to cause delays. It is going to cause inconvenience. But if you have ever felt inconvenienced by BART, well, this is what improvements are going to look like. Not just minor tinkering with the track and the systems, but wholesale reconstruction work.
And it's a major rebuild. We're talking about 5,000 feet of rail, 10,000 feet of train control cabling.
Antioch to Millbrae is the busiest BART line, but this weekend there will be no BART trains between Orinda and Walnut Creek as crews begin replacing track that is nearly 50 years old and nearly 3 million pounds of rock ballast beneath it, a job that is so big it will require the use of Highway 24.
It's a very limited workspace, so because of that, we have to close temporarily 2 of the eastbound lanes during track shutdowns.
And that narrow track space speaks to one of BART's notorious flaws. The track here in Lafayette really is no different than the Transbay Tube, 2 parallel tracks that don't allow much wiggle room when something goes wrong. So the rebuild here will include a pocket track where a disabled train can be tucked out of the way.
And what we're trying to do is we're trying to basically backfill and create that flexibility for the system. That's going to make us more robust, more reliable, and allow us to work through problems in the future much more quickly.
Remember, BART has suffered from a lack of upkeep, so this is what making up that underinvestment in the basics looks like. Major work that comes with significant inconvenience, but should provide better long-term service.
Absolutely, and you're going to see more and more of this as we move into the future. Thanks to voters approving Measure RR back in 2016, we have $3.5 billion to fund this sort of critical infrastructure work that we really need to get to work on.
All right, so let's talk about the impact a little bit this weekend. Bus bridges for BART commuters between Walnut Creek and Orinda. That delay, I am told, should cost you at least 40 minutes if you're a BART passenger. Now, for drivers that are out there on 24, here's a little interesting part of this, kind of a moving part of it. Caltrans is going to be watching the delays caused by those 2 lane closures. If the delays get like to 30 minutes or a little bit longer, Caltrans is going to tell BART to kind of scooch over a little bit and give that lane back to traffic so they can get the delay cleared. So it's sort of a variable 2 lane closure. If things get really nasty, you get a lane back and maybe they can kind of let traffic through. So they're going to try this sort of in a dynamic fashion because, as you heard, this is what rebuilding BART is going to look like. Significant projects that come with inconvenience but should come with much improved service once we get through the hassle of it all. So coming up this weekend, the first of 6, you've been warned. We are live in Lafayette. Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.